Hi guys, Paul here from PABrewNews. Just got back in, cleaning up the outside, burn a lot of wood and things like that. Being productive sucks, hurts, ow. Beer time. Oh, I only woke up a little bit ago. I'm already working. It's fuck. Okay, anyway. That's a bright camera for me. I don't know. Maybe it's because it's dark outside and we're burning and I come in like, spotlight, deer in the headlight look. Okay, like I said, I just woke up not too long ago, so the coffee's still moving. A little hard work spurred me into motion. And you got some bags in my eyes still. But anyway, let's put myself back into slumber. I think that's the most important thing. Sleep is better than being awake. Imperial Dream Eater. It is like fucking Timon and Pumbaa for some reason. It's like a warthog, an ethereal skullscape. It is a very interesting cover art, I'll tell you that. Look at that. That is from the Burlington Brewing Company from Williston, Vermont. Bruce, Williston, Vermont. This is a bourbon barrel aged imperial pastry stout with cinnamon crunch cereal, coffee, vanilla, and milk sugar. Alright, get that? It's coming in at a very sessionable 11.5. That's very good. I like that. I like it says cinnamon crunch cereal. Are we using cinnamon toast crunch? What are we talking about? Is this fucking that off-brand store stuff? What are we talking about here? Aged for 12 months in bourbon barrels, which is cool. And this is a 2022 vintage, which I'm assuming that means it was laid down in 2021, obviously. So, whoosh, here it is. Crack it open. Just having a good time with the girl. We're going to share a nice little thing. I actually got this to share with her, and we just didn't get a chance to do it, so saved it for today. Dirty Glass Mafia on that one. It'll be dirty too, but whatever. I'm trying to label out, folks. Oh, there it is. There's the label. There's that one. There's the Omegon glass. For her. There you go. Is that enough? Okay, good. The rest for me. I think that's pretty even pour, actually. About even. Nice. Okay, up to the light. Caramel ruby hues is the pinnacle of the glass. You got a nice little khaki colored head bordering baker's chocolate almost, which is nice. Just right at the cusp of that. Alcohol like sticking from that 11.5, as they should. There's actually a nice little lacing trying to stick to the glass, which is really pretty to see. Very nice looking beer. Good aroma. Cheers. Okay, this is like sour mash. Now, I'm not a big fan of sour mash whiskey. It's got that kind of vinous sour cherry vibe to it. What you don't want in I think sniffing this for 1 second, sniffing it, and I'm only saying this because I want to just kind of give you my thoughts as it happens. I want to almost say this beer is infected because of the smell. Not saying it is, but like why I should probably, I would when sweet and I shouldn't get tart vinous, interesting. So let's get into it and find out what's going on with this. Cheers. Something's not right with this beer. Something's off because it almost sounds like it smells like I've had some things aged in like Tennessee whiskey. It's kind of like that sour mash Tennessee whiskey stuff. And it has that kind of vinous note, hint of cherry, those kind of things. I don't want this in a pastry stout, in a sweet, delicious pastry stout. It's completely counteracting what it's trying to do here. So I'm not sure if something's right or not, but let's try it. If this is just the barrel, then the barrel is actually fighting against the beer. It's very, I would say that the character of the barrel is actually taking the sweetness and savoriness away from the character of the beer on this one. It's making it actually pretty easy drinking, but it's killing a lot of the nice nuanced flavors and sweetnesses that you'd want in the pastry stout, I believe. So there is a whiff of that cherry still, that vinous cherries in there, and it's giving it a little bit of a tannic note that's kind of killing some of that sweetness. And then you still have a little bit of caramel in there too, like a peppery caramel from the barrel, a little smoky char, and then you can start getting a little notes of the base beer. You do get a little bit of that kind of sweetness in the background that reminds you of something like maybe like a cinnamon, you know, when you put sugar and cinnamon on a piece of toast back when you were a kid, that kind of vibe. There's a little bit of something in there. I couldn't pick it out and say that's what that is. But there is a milk sugar sweetness and a little bit of a confectionery sugar sweetness here in the back of the palate. But a lot of that beer, which I was hoping to have a lot of nice, beautiful, thick, savory, pastry stout vibes, I'm kind of lacking on that side a little bit for me, which is sad. It's a bit thin. It's on that kind of high side of a medium body, thinned out in the barrel, and that kind of richness of a pastry stout is kind of lacking in this one. Yeah, I'm burping up that kind of vinous cherry, and not a huge fan, to be perfectly honest. Now, if this was supposed to be kind of like a Black Forest cake or something like that, Imperial Stout, I would be on you with this. I'd be like, there's the Schwarzmann Kirschtorte kind of vibe going on. There's some chocolate. There's some sweetness. There's a little nuance because it's more of a darker chocolate. So there's that char, smoked chocolate. There's a little bit of that sweetness mixing in there. You have a little bit of that nice kind of sour mash bourbon vibe. You're bringing up that kind of like tart cherry. I'm like, you know what? I would be totally on point. This would be a great Schwarzmann Kirschtorte kind of a beer. But for the bourbon barrel aged Imperial pastry stout with cinnamon crunched cereal, coffee, vanilla, and milk sugar, not so much. Not really enjoying it as much as I was hoping to. And I don't know if what's in the beer right now is what they intended it to be, is what I'm asking. So maybe it is. If you've had it, hey, if you brewed it, let me know. I'll be like, no, that's exactly what we wanted. Okay, cool. Then you nailed it. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. Overall enjoyment for me, I've had way better pastry stouts. And I've had way better barrel-aged beers as well, too, because like I said, the way they're doing this, because I don't have many bourbons, because it says bourbon. I've never had bourbons give me this vinous sour cherry. Tennessee whiskeys, I've had that happen, but not really bourbons. So there might be something a little funky with the Chunky Monkey. I don't know. So, but let's say overall drinking experience, because the things just not setting right with me, a couple different things, I will give them the pass. I'm just gonna say I would call this a very solid beer, a solid barrel aged Imperial Stout, solid barrel aged pastry stout. I'll give it in the solid category. It's not not gonna write home with it. Sometimes a lot of Burlington beers they miss the mark for me. There are a lot of look at my bottle, look at all the fancy stuff, and not really what's in the beer so much. So I think this is just another one. Price point was $13.99, and that's sad because I'm not really enjoying this too much. Incantations was okay. It was a little bit better, but it was fun to try. I'll give it that. You know what I mean? So anyway, give it a go. Let me know if you've had it. Let me know if you brewed it. If you've had similar tasting experiences, stuff like that. But there is a certain vinousness. Is that a word? Who knows? About this beer that it's kind of like taking away from some of the stuff that you would enjoy if you would focus. Like if your attention is focused on pastry stouts, it's taking away that pastry stout. So it's kind of counterintuitive. So anyway, this has been Paul from PABrewNews. Cheers. Bye-bye. What's that finger? Here it comes. Cinnamon.